Hi guys, and welcome to the latest video. This is a video I've been meaning to do for quite a while but never quite got around to doing it for numerous reasons, mainly just not being organized enough. But today I'm going to just share with you guys a few tips that you could use and set up on how to be able to stream video games or stream anything really using OBS in acceptable quality, even on an old computer. Now the computer I'm using right now is it's not, I wouldn't say it's like ancient, but to a lot of people it would be ancient, but I suppose I've just grown attached to it. It's something I've used now for many years. So it's to some people it would seem like just a really old computer, but to me it's not, and saying that, it is getting long in the tooth. So when it comes to something like streaming, video editing, these things are extremely processor intensive. So running a game, a modern day game, can be stressful enough on the computer like mine, and I'll quickly show you what I'm talking about. So here is my basic computer information. You can see I'm currently running an Intel i5 2500K at 3.3 gigahertz. It's a quad core processor, and I've got 8 gigs of RAM, and that's it really. I run off an SSD drive and I'm running Windows 10 Pro. That's pretty much all there is to it. So my computer's quite old, it's long in the tooth, it's struggling now to run a lot of modern day games. I've got a GTX 670 graphics card, and so to play a game can be stressful enough on the computer, let alone also at the same time encode the game and then stream it as well. So you have to kind of accept that whilst you can stream and play games on an old computer, you will be doing so at the cost of quality. You're not going to get like a Dakota's or Ninja or Dr. Lupo level quality stream, because unless you've got specific computer, a specific computer set up to stream and a specific computer to play games, and you've got a super fast internet connection, you're just not going to achieve those levels of quality that you see from those guys who are basically professionals. Now, what you can do, however, is do the best with what you've got, and some of you are going to have computers that are the same as mine, some are going to have computers that are worse, and most people will probably have computers that are better, because we're talking about quite an old computer here. So what I'm going to do is show you guys the first thing you need to do. The very first thing you need to do is go on to speedtest.net and run a speed test on your internet connection. And the reason why you want to do this is because you need to know what you're working with. The most important factor of your stream quality is going to be your bit rate, and your bit rate is going to be determined by your upload speed. Now when you are looking most people, when they talk about how fast their broadband is, they talk about their download speed, and that can be 100 megabit, it can be 200 megabit, it can be even faster. Up where I live in the UK in the northwest, unfortunately we've got a very slow download speed. It's only 32 megabits. However, the key and the important one is not the download, it's actually your upload speed, and in this case I've got 9.45 megabits upload speed, which again isn't amazing, but it's not shabby at all. Bearing in mind it's probably way more than double what you need. So that's the first thing you need to check. The next thing you need to do is download OBS. I'm actually going to be showing you guys OBS, the Streamlabs version. So it's called Streamlabs OBS. It's free to download. The reason why I like it is because it's very good at, it comes with these little overlays. It makes it very easy to make your stream look pretty, and it's quite simple to use as well. Now what you want to do in this section is make sure that you've got everything set up correctly, so in order to run to your computer's needs. Now I'm just going to show you what my settings are. Everyone's settings are going to be different. Now the way to test your settings is simply to set them record some gameplay and stream, like it's just record something. So record yourself recording the webcam and the game, and play it back, and if it plays smoothly, the chances are it will stream smoothly, because that's how you're going to be stress testing your computer, as long as you're well within your internet upload capabilities. So now let's go through things one at a time before I get ahead of myself. So this is my stream setup. Now you can see this is the output section. I'm going on the output section. Now the output is very important, because the output is gonna, be the output bitrate is gonna determine basically how how much quality you're going to have in your stream. The higher you can have it, the better. However, if you have it too high, it's going to start causing issues with people that are watching not having a fast enough internet to actually watch the stream without it buffering. Now my bitrate is set at 4000. Now 4000 is a bit higher than you'd normally need, but the reason why my bitrate is set at 4000 is because, unlike most people who use their computer processor to encode their stream, I'm using, instead of, and that would be shown as software x264. That's what it would be called, software x264. If you've got that option selected, that means you're getting your computer processor to do the grunt work. My processor is far too slow to encode a game and stream it whilst also helping play the game. It just can't do it. So I've got an NVIDIA graphics card, and that gives me this option, which is called NVENC, which is like NVIDIA's encoding, which is worse quality than using the x264 option. However, it takes a load off the processor, which then allows me to actually play the game in 60 frames a second and then stream it out at 30 frames a second. So basically I've got NVENC selected, but because the quality of NVENC is considerably worse in my opinion than x264, which is the other option, I've got to up the bitrate, and I've upped it to 4000 there, and that's well within my 9.4 megabit speed. So that's basically, like, you can look at that as 4 megabits. I've got it set at. Now keyframe interval should actually be set at 2 in most cases. Mine's on 0 for auto for some reason, but it should be set at 2. And well, okay, I've got 2 B frames. I think it's because I'm using NVENC, that's why. And then below that you've got a section for recording, which is how you can test your settings without going live. So as long as you can test your settings using a similar bitrate, mine's actually set at 5000 because I wanted to test these settings and see if it was an improvement. And once you can test them, you can go live with these settings. Now video output, I've accepted that I'm going to have to stream at lower quality, and that means I'm out, even though my base resolution is 1920 by 1080, you can see my output resolution is 1280 by 720, and my frames a second are only 30, and I'm using that Lankzo sharpening, which is obviously not as good in terms of, like, the downscale filtering. It's not as demanding as the others. So that's my setting. So basically that's really all there is to it. Knowing what speed you can actually knowing what speed you can upload maximum. So you can, there's no point upping the bitrate if you can't actually if your internet can't handle it. And when you're running, you'll be able to see in the bottom left, let me just actually show this to you guys. Let me move myself down to here. On the bottom left of your OBS software, it will tell you how much of your processor is being used, if you're getting any dropped frames, and there it will tell you your upload speed. So you can see whether you're pushing the limits of your internet, and if you are, you'll often get dropped frames. So those are things to look out for. I mean, this is quite a basic explanation. It's quite a difficult topic to go through everything with because everyone's setup is different, but basics of it are: know what your upload speed is and work within your computer's abilities. So don't push it too far, and the way to test that is by setting up your stream how you'd want to stream it live, but instead of streaming just record. So instead of going live, use OBS's record function, and when you record, it will be doing all the grunt work. All it won't be doing is the uploading part to the internet. So as long as you know that you've got the settings within your upload speed, the rest of it, i.e. the grunt work, will be happening as if you were streaming, and then you can judge your computer's performance, whether you're getting lip sync issues, whether you're getting stuttering, whether you're getting jerkiness, all that kind of stuff. And until you get your stream running as smooth as you can, bearing in mind the restraints of your hardware. I hope this video was useful. There are better ones out there, if I'm honest. I've seen really good tutorials on how to use OBS. I just wanted to give my kind of like tips or ideas on it, I suppose, because Spencer, who watches the stream, sometimes asked, and so I thought, why not do the video before it. And so if you did find it useful, let me know. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comment section. I'll do my best to answer them, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.